Dear Ma, I don't get it. The very things I'm trying so hard to avoid keep happening to me. Keep meeting people who do the same. I don't want to struggle like my parents did. I don't want to struggle like my parents did, but I find myself making the same mistakes. Why does this keep happening? Why do I keep experiencing the very things I'm trying to avoid? So this was a question that was sent to my DM by someone. I wanted to make a video of it, and I know that someone will learn from it in one way or the other. I feel like most people can really relate to this. You've ever noticed how that the same things you avoid keep repeating itself again? The same kind of people you keep attracting, the same struggles you said you never go through. You keep attracting those things. It's frustrating, isn't it? Now, this person did not tell me what it is that they are running from, but I think the way I answered the question was, what if I told you that running is the problem? Sometimes the things we run from are the things we end up attracting. It's a very strange paradox of life. The very thing we fear, we avoid, we reject, often find their ways back to us. It's as if the energy we give in resisting something pulls it closer to us. It's both a spiritual, psychological, factual, and relatable phenomenon. This is why Job would exclaim in Job chapter 3, verse 25, I would say, the very things that I fear has come upon me. The devil would often tempt you with two things: your desires and your fear. Job ended up losing everything just the way he had feared to. I think that the major problem in this question is the negativity in it. I understand. I don't want to be insensitive to say, oh, I don't understand your pain and all of that. I really do. But I'm in the place where I'm saying that the battle you need to fight even more is the negativity, the avoidance, the rejection, the I don't want, the fear. Fear as a way of magnetizing the very things we don't want. When we fixate on avoiding a particular outcome, we often create a spiritual and psychological environment where it can thrive. So this is why the more you continue being afraid of, oh, bad marriage, bad marriage, bad marriage, you're afraid of men are not trustworthy, men are scam, and all of that. You end up marrying someone who is scam, and you will do that. At the end of the day, it ends up, what's the word? It ends up acknowledging, right? Acknowledging what you have always been saying. And you say, oh, I said it. Yeah, you said it. And because you kept saying it, it came to pass in your life. Stumbled on the book sometime last month. The caption was The Art and Science of Creating Your Reality from the Inside Out, but the title of the book was Activating Your RAS. The book is authored by a woman called Sian Hill, and I've been so interested in that topic. After reading the book, of course, began to make more research about it just to know more about the RAS. The RAS is the reticular activating system. It's just teaching how that there's a part of the brain that that transmits neurons that helps in doing a whole lot of functions in the body, a whole lot of functions. It helps to stabilize noise so much. But one of the fascinating thing I have learned about the RAS is that the same way it is the RAS that helps the vision to see what it needs to see. Now this is how it works. Let's say you're looking for your ATM card, right? You're looking for your ATM card. You could find the ATM card in between books. You could find it in between clothes. You could find it somewhere. Now it is the RAS that tells the mind or the eyes that, okay, once you see that ATM amidst all of those books, it is the RAS that filters what you're seeing, all of the books, all of the clothes or whatever it is that is around that ATM, right? To make you focus on the ATM and identify that, okay, this is what I am looking for. I don't know if I am making sense, right? So it is, I'm trying to simplify it. You can go look it up yourself and just learn and just learn. So the RAS helps you filter noises, helps you filter unnecessary things you're not searching for, and helps you focus on the thing you're searching for. So this is a psychological fact and a psychological phenomenon that extends beyond just what we see with our physical eyes to what we do with our life and the things that we can achieve and the things that we can receive in our lives. And I'll tell you how. For instance, if your heart is obsessed about avoiding heartbreak, your brain heightens awareness of situations that could hurt you, making them dominant in your reality. So if you keep telling yourself a certain thing about men, you keep telling yourself a certain thing about women or about certain situations, your brain will filter, right? The same way with that ATM card, it will filter the noises around because your brain will pick other things as noises and will filter only what it is that you have been feeding your brain or what you have been saying over time. If you say, I don't want to end up like my parents, and unknowingly keep repeating their mistakes, you may likely repeat the patterns. So these things are not just spiritual phenomenon. These things are also psychological. I think that there are lots of things that are not just spiritual as we attribute them to be, but they are more factual, they are more psychological, and has to do with our brain and our makeup, how that the Lord has made us. So the more you run away from something, the more your mind keep reliving it, keeping it at the focus of your vision. Back to the question we are answering. So I would say stop running. Stop making too much conscious effort to run. The more consciously you're trying to run, the more you attract this thing you're running from. You end up marrying the kind of woman you've ever not wanted, the kind of man you've ever not wanted, because you placed too much importance on the kind of woman you do not want than you should have placed on the kind of woman you want. Does that make sense to anybody? What you focus on, you empower. Proverbs 23 verse 7 says, as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So what is your predominant thought? Is your predominant thought, I don't want to. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, I don't want to fail. Oh, I don't want to be like my father. Oh, I don't want to be like my mother. What is your predominant thought? You are becoming it unconsciously without knowing. Two things has very tremendous power to shape your reality: faith and fear. Faith and fear have both creative power to shape a man's reality. So instead of focusing on what you don't want, focus on what you want. Instead of running away from something, run towards something. I've come to the end of this video. This is just a little snippet from the answers I actually gave to her in my DM. But for the sake of this video, this is just what I wanted to highlight. I talked about other things like, so I'm just talking about what you focus on. This is just one part. What you focus on, what you say. It also moves to where you are, your environment. Where are you? Are you in the same place? That's because sometimes you could be drawn to familiar. The heart is mostly sometimes drawn to what is familiar without you consciously moving towards that direction. Your heart just subconsciously moves towards the direction that is familiar, something you are used to, whether you like it or not. You are already being drawn to it. So there's so much to talk about. But yes, we've come to the end of today's session. I am leaving it here so that I can give you the room to share your opinions. What do you think about this? Please share it in the comment section. And yes, I'll be answering questions. This, I want to put up a disclaimer that not all questions that comes to my DM would get to this place. So you don't be concerned about your privacy, because you can always ask. I would only use the questions you indicate I should ask here, right? So if you want your questions to be asked here, if you want me to answer it like this, and you want other people to add in their opinions, send me your questions to my DM and I will respond to it to you, and I'll make a video of it as well while other people share their opinions about it. I'm looking forward to making this even more exciting as we go further. by the grace of God. Thank you, and do have a great day. See you next week.